Hey everybody, my name's Dajman and welcome to our first look at This is the Police. So this is a strategy management sim from Weappy Studios? Weappy Studio? I'm not really sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but it is their first ever game. So it puts you as the police chief and you return in about 6 months time. It's about 180 days you've got. And the idea is that you need to earn as much money as possible to fund that retirement. So I think, I've not progressed that far in the game yet. So as you'll see here, I'm on day 7. And I think the options are you get to play it by the book, be the straight up cop, or you can be as corrupt as hell and try and make more money that way. But like I said, I've not played that long yet. And I'm not really sure, these cover things that have already happened in the game. I think the 7 is the day. But they're a bit vague. So it starts with Johnson John, or the voice of Duke Nukem, playing the lead character, Jack Boyd. I'll let you hear the first of these little cutscenes. There's no spoilers in this one, but it does give me some good examples of the voice acting and stuff. So I'll shut up for that when he eventually starts.
The people of Freeburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop.
So you'll see the cool art style and that kind of film noir aesthetic that goes across the entire game. The voice acting, I don't know, there's something I don't find is quite 100% about it. Some of the lines are great, they sound fantastic, and some of them are just like, no, it didn't sound natural. And there's one of the characters in particular who you might hear. I'm going to skip the rest of this actually. One of the other characters whose voice just bugs me all the time. So a couple of things that have changed through the game. I have a new deputy, and these are random events that you get at the start of each day. So this is a member of my staff, and they will give you a reason that they can't come in. Now, you can say you have to come in, so in this case, can I go home would be no. And they'll perform poorly through the entire day. And you don't really want that. So it's, unless you're desperate, it's probably better to just say, yeah, come in tomorrow. So there are a few random events. This just lets you see who you've got on your team. I can't really see any other reason for this entire screen. You can't swap anyone around, you can't drag and drop. It's a bit weird. There's no left or right clicks on them. But it does set you up. You get to see who you're on. And really, these star ratings, they indicate how good the cop is. In terms of performance, not in terms of morals. So Vela here, 610, pretty solid. And Grant at the bottom here, 85, pretty poor. Actually, one of my Shift B squad guys is at 5. And I think that's the lowest you can go because they've failed a couple of missions and it hasn't got any worse. So let's jump in. Actual gameplay. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. So, this is the second time I've tried to do this video. The first one, my computer crashed while it was rendering the video and I lost everything. I started playing this. I started clicking on things here and started playing music. So you can choose songs that play through your gaming session and you can spend your in-game money on in-game songs. I don't really know why you would want to do that. I don't see... Well, as you know, you're trying to earn as much money as possible, yet you want to say... And this is a lot of money. I've only got like $8,000, so spending 300 of those on a single song seems a bit silly, but I don't know if maybe there's maybe an achievement or something, I guess. But thankfully, you don't need to either play or choose any, so we'll just straight into the game. So here is the main map screen. I'm going to skip some of this. It's basic story stuff, but it's internal affairs. You've got the option of some corrupt things here because of the staff changes that have just gone on, that happened on day 6. As you can see, these are fairly dodgy. The Sands is where the mafia boss hangs out. So you can falsify crime in progress, and all the officers who are at the scene will be killed. Now, I've not seen any need for that kind of thing yet, but I guess if you want to get rid of people and not fire them, that's an option. And yeah, the first to arrive, I don't know. So, yeah, clearly a little bit corrupt, the old Sands there. The police station, you can go here, check out the people that's on your squad already, and hire in other officers if you've got space. So you can only have 13 officers across both of your shifts. And, what is it, 6 detectives? Yeah. But this is where you can hire new ones. And of course, if you've got someone at like star rating 5, you'll probably want to fire them and get rid of, you replace them with someone who's a bit better. But here's the thing: if you select fire, here's what happens. You've got legal options and illegal options. Now, if they have actually done something wrong in the game, you can sack them legally, which is kind of cool. If not, you can do that. I've not fired anyone illegally just yet, but we'll see if that changes here. This, you've got contact at the mayor. Sometimes he'll ask you to do special things, and sometimes every 7 days you get to request a favour in return. And this is the game. So this is how you spend most of your time. You look at this map screen. Although it's not normally as dark as that. Oh, your deputy can do things for you as well. So today we've got the funeral for an officer who was killed. Yep, salute. Bye-bye, Austin. And now the day kicks off. So you're waiting around for crimes to pop up on the screen. Now they have a time limit, so you can choose to skip them if you want. But of course, we don't want to. So in this case, there is a description of the crime and how many offers it suggests you send. Now these, you don't have to fill both slots in this case. And a lot of the time I don't, because the crime doesn't sound serious enough to need it. So theft, 2 teenagers stole some sneakers, right? Probably, 2 teenagers probably not going to cause that much of a problem. So I'll only send 1 officer, and he can just go Samadhi, you can do it. And it'll go off, really nice light effect. Yeah, and we just sit around waiting for either him to get there, as this bar fills up, and the car arrives at the scene, and then we'll get an outcome. If another crime doesn't come in at the same time, yeah, there's another one. Attempted murder in the suburbs. Man returned from work earlier than usual, found his young wife in bed with her lover. Oh dear. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. Now you see, that is some serious shit. So let's send our best officer and one of these, second best officer, and yeah, 3 people. Fine. So what is happening with... Here's the theft result. So the teens are standing around smoking not far from the store, admiring their new shoes. What do I want to say to them? So, time to return those shoes, try to grab one of them, or hey, mind if I have a cigarette? Trying to grab them seems wrong, and that's just pointless. So, time to return the shoes. Oh, but they got away. But the officers aren't happened, and that's where the star rating changes. You saw that he lost 5 points from his score there, 10. Can't remember what it was. But he lost score, which means that he won't be as good in the future. So then you have to wait for him to return back to the police station. So here is... Oh, City Hall is asking me to do a favour for them. So we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. Film's distributors have asked City for an officer stand at the door, ensure that visitors don't bring handheld cameras into the theatre. I only have fella left, and I want to keep them for another one. So no, bye-bye City Hall. And that's it. You do have the option of refusing these things, but it won't lend you any... it won't get you any love in the future going forward if you have to ask them for a raise or something. So the outcome of the attempted murder. The offender escaped again, but no one was hurt. Everyone lost a bit of a rating there, which is pretty bad. I don't really know why. Didn't mention that the offender was actually going to escape. An assault at Freeburg Elementary School. A young father, deprived of his parental rights, tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed, he attacked a teacher, knocked her at the ground, and started kicking her. That's pretty serious. We'll send 2 officers for him. So as you can see, the gameplay is pretty simple. And I'm not really sure. There's a lot of sitting around. You know, there's a lot of just waiting for things to happen in front of you. And I don't really know. It's a bit weird. I can't decide if that is like, if it's building up to something, but it felt like the earlier missions actually had more happening than the later ones. And I don't know why that is. So maybe as you go forward, things get a bit more crazy. I'll need to play a bit longer before I've got a full, proper opinion on it. But yeah, there's a lot of sitting around just waiting, and sometimes you can spend 4 or 5 in-game hours with no cases popping up on the screen, and that's kind of weird. Okay, so here we've got a request, I think, from the Mafia. Yeah. Maybe I already know. I know largest music store in Freeburg, ex-wife, half my record collection, lot of rare records, afraid of the police. Some of you guys went over the uniform, told her those records were evidence of an important investigation. She'd smile and give them... Oh dear. So this is a moral decision. Do I threaten, kind of, this guy's wife to earn favour with the Mafia? So I think I will, in this case, just to see what happens. Do I have to send all... Oh, I have to send all 3 this time? No, I don't. Great. Oh no, apparently I refused them. Okay, so we will send 3. I didn't want to send all of them, but whatever. And now I've got no cops left to do this. So this is one of the issues. It's why you want to have as many officers as possible, because the chances of them getting back to the station before this timer runs out, almost 0. We caught someone! Hooray! And they both ranked up a bit. That's fine. Hurry up, because 16 seconds. Yeah, they're definitely not going to make it. No way, I lost. This guy decided not to come back to work. What a square. But I did earn $3,000, and you see, that is exactly why corruption happens. 7, come on. Are you back yet? Are you back yet? Yes, you are. So now I can send these 2 out. Oh, a guard says that someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closet. Billy, I'm calling you out on this one, buddy. Sounds like exactly the kind of thing he'd do. So yeah, we just made it back in time for that one. And yeah, we're back to waiting again, and that's the end of the day. So we'll wait for the other officers to return. But of course, depending on how far they have to drive, there we go. All the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's only had the job a couple of weeks and he's worried he's going to be fired over this foolishness. The police calm him down and he points to the bathroom stall that the artist locked himself inside. Let's break down the door, go aggressive in that one. A terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender and is threatening to stab himself. Let's ask him about his work.
210.
Yeah, there we go. And they both increased in skill. So that's it, and now we wait for them to go back to the station. And there is no way to speed this up that I've managed to find so far. The cutscenes you can skip lines, and oh,
911 and
even though the day's over, we've got a theft at the engineering plant. Just received a call from the groundskeeper. He spotted 2 offenders stealing aluminium from a factory through a hole in the wall. Well, it's the end of the day, we might as well send everyone we've got left. So I like the concept behind this. I just feel like maybe there's a little bit too much of the waiting and sitting around, you know? What? Killed in a car accident. Holy shit. So, yeah, my police officer was apparently drunk and died, and oh, Jesus Christ. Well, now I'm going to have to employ someone else, aren't I? So, Shift A. And that's how easy it is to replace a member of staff.
I was trying to raise 10-1, starting my spot.
Oh, reinforce. This is the first time I've seen reinforcements, and I'm getting a bit of a tutorial here. So I've got, thankfully, a couple of officers left. He has requested backup, so we'll send them all. Hell with it. Do it. Oh, so I've got there's investigations as well that are ongoing, which kind of feel like they should be a puzzle. So it gives you a crime, sets it up, and they go to your investigators, and you pick up these little photos along the way. But I don't really know. It gives you the first one and the last one, and you have to try. I think you have to try and just work out what the sequence actually was. I guess that must be it. You get clues from some witnesses, but they don't really seem to have anything to do with the overall picture, and I don't really get it. Because that kind of looks, no, it should have been the other way around, right? That looks like the order of things happening. Women standing in the street, woman goes, ah, bike, woman gets clubbed, although the two here are not the right way around. Because looking at the criminal turned away from the criminal. So then, that kind of implies that it should be that way. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe that. This, I said, see, the guy on the bike has a red thing on. But I don't know if he was on a motorcycle. Didn't have time to see if it was a man or a woman. Dressed in a jacket like other bikers. So a jacket, not a sleeveless top. It's fine. Definitely not a local biker. They're bald and have beards. This guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. Hard to tell from this art style, but it kind of looks right. And again, is that correct? I don't know. And there's no button to check. So it's like, I don't really understand. I actually remember this case, and I think it's the husband trying to claim the insurance. But, you know, whatever. Wait a minute. That one. Then that one. Then that one. But yeah, it doesn't give me any kind of like submit to see if it's actually correct. I don't know how you do that. Okay, psychological tests. Dump's blind, retired cop, schizophrenic. Yeah, that happened a couple of days ago. Everyone needs to go for psychological evaluation. It's probably about right, actually. Everyone seems to be a little bit corrupt in some way here. But now, I want to see what happens at the end of this this call for backup. I'm intrigued. 911. Got the guy. Yep, nobody's hurt. Sweet. Go for it. I don't know. Maybe that was the one because I refused one of the. I don't know. And that's it. That's a day in the life of Jack Boyd. And the aim is to get 500,000 before the 30 days or before the 180 days are up. And I think, assuming you don't majorly screw up, it's probably possible to do it without, you know, resorting to playing the mafia, which I guess is probably good. It gives you the options. But yeah, so I don't know how much more of this I'll actually be playing, but I like the idea. The idea is solid. There's just maybe a little bit too much waiting around. But for a first game from the developers, it's definitely pretty solid. Everything works perfectly. I've not had any problems with it at all. The audio is good quality. The all the cutscene graphics and all these images, they're definitely distinctive. There's plenty of systems going on behind the scenes here in terms of energy and ranking and promotions, and that's pretty cool. So this is The Police. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like, and if you want to let me know how poor my police skills are, then the dislike button is right beside it. If you want to see more in the future, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.